What's up, world? You back again for another episode of We the Vets. All right. I'm one of your hosts, Mike P. We got my man Walter. He all the way from the big state, the elephant state. Bama, they down there eating them elephants. I mean, them peanuts. And then we got my man JD. He from the parts of unknown. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
What's up, Pat?
Nothing much, man. Been a minute since we went live on a Sunday.
Right.
Oh, man. Hey, so look, man, we ain't gonna waste no time, man. We're gonna jump into it. Now, first, I'm gonna ask y'all this, man. Do y'all got a rant y'all want to start the show off with, man?
I think we just getting these topics, man. There's gonna be some rants.
Yeah.
Some rants kick off. I'm telling you right now. I already know.
All right, so we're gonna jump into our first topic, man. Our first topic is dealing with, we got the Britney Griner. She just came home. She was in Russia, in one of those prison camps, and so there was an exchange prisoner for a prisoner, and so we're gonna talk about that today. So I got a clip I'm gonna show right now, and then we'll get into it.
But we begin this afternoon with the stunning news out of Russia. WNBA star Britney Griner was released from a Russian prison after spending months behind bars. However, Novi native Paul Whelan remains in prison in Russia on espionage charges. Whelan has been locked up since 2018. For more on Griner's release and the reaction from Paul Whelan's family, we go to my 5 o'clock partner, Brian Abel, who joins us live in Novi with more. Brian.
Glenda, good evening to you. The White House made the surprise announcement this morning. The move, part of a prisoner swap for convicted Russian arms dealer Viktor Bouts, who was serving a 25-year sentence in Illinois following a conspiracy conviction. In February, Griner was arrested at a Moscow airport for carrying vape cartridges containing hash oil. In August, she was found guilty on drug smuggling charges. Both Griner and Bout were pardoned before being exchanged in Abu Dhabi. That is according to a Russian spokesperson. Now, it's been nearly 4 years since Paul Whelan was last here, his home in Novi. And today, with the news that another American has been released from Russia without him, he says he's disappointed with the Biden administration.
I was arrested for a crime that never occurred. I'm happy that Britney is going home today and that Trevor went home when he did. But I don't understand why I'm still sitting here. I have to say I am greatly disappointed that more has not been done to secure my release.
Paul Whelan today from his cell in Russia after the news that he was not included in the prisoner swap with Britney Griner. It's been nearly 4 years since he was arrested on espionage charges and has watched as other Americans have been arrested after and released before him.
Obviously, we're devastated by it for our family, for Paul, and he's very upset that he was left behind again. But it's great news when any American is freed.
David Whelan unsure what's left at this point for America to negotiate with to get his brother free.
Konstantin Yaroshenko has gone home, Viktor Bout has gone home, and those were the two people that we thought would be trade potential for Paul. And we know that the U.S. government has gone through a long list of other potential offers to try and give something to the Russians that would allow them to free Paul. And now they've gone through all of those things, and it's not really clear anymore what Paul is worth to the Russian government, what value of concession the U.S. government has to come up with in order for him to be freed.
Haley Stevens is Paul's representative in Congress and the new co-chair of the Congressional Task Force on American Hostages and Americans Wrongfully Detained Abroad. We asked her what the U.S. could still do. What leverage does the U.S. have at this point to negotiate with? What's left?
Well, certainly there's a lot of talented people in the administration who are continuing to work on this. Paul does not want to be forgotten, and we have got to get smart. I certainly can't talk about classified information and steps in the negotiation process that are going on, but I will tell you this. I will not be deterred by the Russians.
President Biden today telling the nation the work to get Paul home isn't ending.
This was not a choice of which American to bring home. We brought home Trevor Reed when we had a chance early this year. Sadly, for totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Britney's. And while we have not yet succeeded in securing Paul's release, we are not.
Hey man, this ain't that serious, but they look like Joe Biden, President Biden, mouth moving at all, man.
I know, right? Sleepy Joe, baby.
Yeah, man. Like, it look like on, when they do them pictures and you take the pictures and then you can put the words and people be mumbling.
I think that's what he was doing. Oh, dude he didn't listen to his former president when he said, listen, we ain't got time for these S-hole countries. So why did you take your butt there?
Right.
It's an S-hole country.
Man, it don't. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, B.
No, I was just gonna say, man, it don't make a whole lot of sense, man. If that's your man, 50 grand and all, man, you stay away. You stay away when he say stay away.
Right.
I will say this, man. I really was happy that the brother and the gentleman that's still locked up was like, look, I'm happy that another American got to go home. But if we being real, if it's any one of us and we sitting in that cell, we'll be upset too. So I get where he's coming from. But I mean, when you look at the charges too, you like, okay, he charged with espionage. So the Russians gonna be more likely to make that more of a painful trade versus somebody who had hash oil residue, truth be told. I just hate that the media turned it into, well, they shouldn't have traded her for him. I don't think that was necessary. I mean, American got to come home from some BS that was happened overseas. So I'm happy about that. But I hate it for that dude. But I hate that the media has turned it into something political. That's not
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Right. Let me ask y'all this. Now, do y'all think they had everything set up prior to this? Was this something that they knew she was coming and they knew eventually that they would get a trade for? Or do you think it was just, everything just kind of fell into their hands?
She been playing ball there.
Mm-hmm.
Russian oligarch, or what they call the millionaires there, or whatever, was paying her to come play ball for Russia. And that's when that big debate about if it had been LeBron and everything, we would have done all this and that or whatnot. But I think she spent the least amount of time in there as anyone. And these aren't the first people that's ended up in Russia. Russia got some crazy ways. I have no doubt in my mind that there's some bogus charges they got on him. Mm-hmm. No doubt. But I mean, why? What are you doing in Russia, Chief? Is anybody you need to see there? Tell them to meet you in a neutral country.
Right. Something. Well, maybe he might be Rambo.
He thought he was.
Hey, he sure thought he was. Cause First Blood, I mean, he was locked up for a little bit, but not no 4 years.
But this is the Marine, right?
Yeah, he's a Marine.
Yeah, see, he got a rap sheet here in the U.S.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's a former Marine with a few felonies up there. He got indicted while he was in the military. And they dropped him from E6 to E4 before they locked him up.
Wow. So do you think he may have went over there? Maybe he went on a mission for us?
I don't know what he was doing over there, but it wasn't a good idea, because I don't know anybody I've ever met that was like, man, hey, it's gonna be a nice vacation going to Moscow, St. Petersburg. It's just there's no commercials for it. Where do you get the mind frame to say I'm going to Russia?
Right.
Really?
Right. If you look at Rocket 4 tell you don't go to Russia.
Right. Right. Hey.
Man.
Yeah. That's right. They'll tell you, man. So you know, I don't know, man. You know, I get what all took place, and I know a lot of people are upset, you know, but it's always like they say, man, it's two sides.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
And
two
the man
sides.
been
So,
over there 4 years too.
right, 4
Oh,
years.
So
So
this
he
ain't
done
just
been
happened.
4 years and two different presidents.
Mm, 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 mm.
Two different presidents. So,
so
you know,
he
he go
Twin.
he
ahead.
only mad at this one.
Right. You know, you gotta be
Uh,
upset with both unless maybe he went over there and the first one said, hey, you go over there and then we're gonna get you out.
mm.
Whether I'm here or not, the other dude, and then the other dude came in and he did like that, like you do on those spade tables. He forgot he reneged on the deal.
Chief.
He thought he had some more clubs or some hearts.
And then
He
we
threw that
also
spade
got
out early, man.
we also got to admit too that fame had a lot to do with this, because Britney's all the people that was capable for Britney put a lot of pressure on the administration. They did not let it go down. They did not let it go to rest. Like he was feeling that pressure on him this whole time. So from the time she was incarcerated over there up until now, more people has been on the case like, hey, y'all need to do something about this. And you had different famous people speaking out about this. And I mean, let's be real, we getting close to 2024. So you gotta make some things happen that you can go back and point to that you did.
Right.
Other than get up here and speak on the television and your mouth don't move, but you got to do something.
Absolutely. You 100% correct, man. You know, yeah, and so we just found out that she's gonna play for the Phoenix Mercury. As soon as the season begins, so she's reunited with her family. And from We the Vets, man, we just want to give a shout out to her and her family. That being a trying time. And the one thing that even when the other dude come home, or all the other prisoner of wars, mental health, mental wealth.
Right.
This gonna be really, really important, man.
But just a note on the Marine, they want they're negotiating or trying to negotiate, but Russia wants one of their people out of the German prison. That the U.S. has to work with the Germans to try to get one of ours back. I don't know how that's going to work, and it's not looking good because this particular dude they're talking about was a hired hitman, executed somebody on their knees in a public park in broad daylight. And yeah, I don't I don't see this dude coming up out of there. Not Germany.
Right, they done.
Yeah, so I don't know, bro. Marine man is, I guess, hang in there, man.
Yep, hang in there, man. Maybe might send the troops over there to get you. So, any last words on this topic?
I just would like to reiterate what you were saying, Pat. Was, hey man, welcome home. Anytime America gets to come home from some foolishness overseas, man, regardless of what they did, I'm happy about it, man. Because those laws over there sound a little suspect to me, but that's their country. They do what they want to do. Whatever. So welcome home.
Stay out them asshole countries, man.
Yeah.
Stay out there.
I tell you one thing, they don't play. They laws don't play over there. All right, John, we're going to jump into our next topic. And, this one is pretty much Deion against the world. But we got one of his favorite haters who coming on, and this is a clip of his number one hater right now.
Oh, he's gone. Stay with me. Mm-hmm. He's wrong. But I have two levels of wrong. Mm-hmm. I got a low level and I got a high. I'll explain them to you quickly. My low level. If Deion told the administration and the students and the players at Jackson State that I'm taking this job, but I need y'all to know, if something better comes along, as soon as it comes along, I may be leaving you.
He did say that.
He said that.
If he was that transparent, I didn't see that.
I played the clip the other day. He said it on 60 Minutes. He said that.
No, he said he may be leaving. He did not say he was leaving after 3 years.
No, he said that if a Power 5 school comes along, yes. I have to entertain it. I would be a fool not to. And Deion has Deion has always been transparent and open about what his goals were.
That is not. No, I disagree with you. He told them if it comes his way, he would have to entertain it. He never said I would leave you that soon. He never said I can be gone in 3 years.
What does it matter, though? His contract was
I'm going to tell you why it matters. I'm about to tell you right now why it matters. Because he damn wrong. Now, if he told them, if I'm going to go back and study some more, but from what I seen him say, he was not that direct. But if he was, mm-hmm. and that's not what I saw, so we disagree there. But if he was, he's still wrong, but it's a low level because at least you was transparent and you gave him informed consent. Mm-hmm. They knew you could leave at any time.
That's right.
Okay? Still wrong. I'm going to explain in a minute. Mm-hmm. Now, if he didn't tell them that, okay, and I'm hearing from people who know athletes on that team that they were not told it that way.
They weren't listening.
And they're upset.
Because he said that on 60 Minutes.
Okay? He didn't say it that way, Charlamagne. I saw that.
He did not.
No, he didn't. Now, if he did not do it that way, that automatically means that Deion Sanders used, abused, and exploited HBCU Jackson State just to be given an opportunity to show predominantly white institutions that he could coach. If he only used them as a stepping stone to getting a job at a white college, he was dead wrong. Now, let me tell y'all why this is bigger than football.
Mm-hmm. Man, Dr. Umar.
Hey, man, the man said 2 levels of wrong.
Mm.
I think he meant to say 2 levels of stupid. And I think he was talking about himself because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I will shut up for a few minutes. Y'all go ahead, man. I'm trying to get
2 levels, man.
2 levels, man.
Shout out to Prime, man. Hall of Famer. Shout out to Prime, man. Hey, all of what this guy has done cannot be ignored. Just because his success is moving forward. I'm be honest with you. I ain't gonna be hypocritical. I wasn't even really a big fan into HBCUs. I was going to the games here and there, but I was usually invited. But when Deion got into the to the mix, it just got a lot more interesting. And I paid a lot more attention. Like, okay. And he talked about a lot of things he wanted to do and was going to do, and he did, including getting their names on the back of them, which I only recently noticed. I was like, man, they ain't got no name on the back of these jerseys. Hooked them up there. Brought up the conversation about where all this money is going for these schools and things like that. The living conditions for the students in these, and he's not talking about just Jackson State University. He mean all HBCUs. I mean, he's brought a lot of attention, period, to just to this community. And of course, these folks are looking. These Power 5 schools are looking at him. He's making noise now here.
Mm-hmm. Right, you're absolutely right. You know, I got a chance to talk to my uncle early in the week. Maybe last week, and then early this week, and he worked for a couple of HBCUs, and he said what happens is where it's different in the HBCUs than the PWIs is he said in the HBCUs, any money, most of the money that's made, if it's not earmarked for athletics or football, the money goes into the general fund. Mm-hmm. That means the president get to use it at his discretion. Okay. And so you heard all these people saying, hey, man, I'm donating $1 million to Jackson State. Yeah, they donated it, but the money didn't get earmarked for Jackson State football or Jackson State athletics. And so the money goes into the, they can go and put in some new hedges or
that's it.
Use it for his personal account or whatever, and I think that's where what Deion got in, and he said it yesterday or a couple of days ago. He's just a football coach. There's a lot of stuff that he can't change, and everybody's looking for him to come be a savior.
Right.
And they can't. And like for me, me and my cousin, we the only two that don't have a degree in my family from HBCU. Everybody else in my family that has a degree, it all came from HBCUs. My two oldest daughters, one graduating in May from HBCU. Shout out to Albany State. And my second daughter, she graduated in 2 years from FAMU. Hey man, the struggle real.
Right.
Like the struggle is real. But let me say this, for Albany State, they're not a struggling HBCU. They actually went out and they have bought out 2 PWI schools. So they're thriving pretty good. And then they built their own football stadium on campus. They have built new dorms, so they've closed out a lot of dorms. They're building new dorms. And now they got 2 campuses. They got an East Campus and a West Campus. And so and they've added in more programs. They've actually added in some vocational programs into because the 2 schools they bought out were more Votech. Yeah. So yeah, man, I understand what Prime's saying, man, and instead of people criticizing, people should be going down there like Umar and some of these other people. How can we help?
Right.
Like go to your local HBCU. How can I help? Now one of the things I'm gonna say, all HBCUs, and this go for HBCUs, and this go for black businesses. Your customer service gotta come up.
Right.
Our customer service is horrible, man. It's horrible. Like if any HBCU, any business out there, if you want to raise your funds, you can probably raise your funds 25% if your customer service was on point.
Customer service is better, yeah.
No, because it'll take me at one time.
You out of there.
I'm out of there, man. Like if your stuff ain't, like look, y'all remember we went to the lemonade guy?
Right.
Yeah, that dude over delivered on us, man.
Yeah, he did.
I couldn't even drink all the lemonade. He over delivered, man. Like that's the stuff, man, that you got to look at.
Right.
Now, look, I just got to get back to Dr. What's his name, Johnson.
Right.
So first of all, like Pat said, how can you help? What did you do to help the HBCU program, since Prime is supposed to be the savior? That's number one. Number two, is your school open yet, sir? Did you get that open yet? I know last time I checked, it wasn't open. I just want to know, is the school open, operating? Are you still asking for businesses to come in and do work for free and things of that sort? They won't pay the people to come out there and do the work. Is that why the school's still not open? I just want to know what's going on with that. Also, when he said,
hold on, Dave, before you go to that, listen, I wanted them dudes. I said, man, look, when the school get open, I'm gonna go work. That was almost 10 years ago, man.
Right. Kanye done had a school open and close. Kanye school done opened and closed, man.
And closed.
All right, you can go back to your sermon now.
All right, man, I'm sorry, man. Well, I'm gonna be quick. It's the last. Okay, so we're talking about Deion. He's in the business, like he said. He's a college football coach. So for you to say, "Oh, well, he didn't tell them up front," that is the game, and he did tell them up front. But whether he did or not, that's not even an issue because that is the game. That is the business that they in. Coaches come in and they go. They get promoted. They step up. They go to the higher conferences or the higher level schools every time. Why is it that when a black man has done it, it's something different? Right. Now, if you want to talk about he was wrong for saying God told me to come here and do all this and this and that, you may have a point. But outside of that, be quiet. Get your school open. Do something with your head and have a nice day. Have a Coke and a smile. And go hide for another 10 years. I don't know what you was doing, but the school still ain't no sense. No, man, we supposed to be uplifting our community. That's what he was talking about. But at the same time, in the same breath, you tearing a man down.
Tearing him down. The one that's doing the most.
Right.
And succeed.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. That's why I always say, man, it's rare we'll get in our community that we'll get a lot of people running for office. Why? So, man, we're going to beat their head in. But why you ain't do this? I ain't see you over there. I ain't see y'all out there. I ain't see you. What did you say you did again? Nah, that ain't right. That ain't right, man. Nah, I ain't getting you no money. You know.
But this is you come out talking about vampires and werewolves. You really
I know, right?
You know, man. So hey, man, I salute Prime, man. My head, he just hired my head coach to be part of the program, man. You know, so I salute him, man. Hey, man, changing lives, man.
I'm telling you, Pat, you on the way, man. You on deck. It's like them folks say, you on deck.
I got one more thing to say. There are still some high level coaches that went to those HBCUs the same time that their prime went down there. Eddie George is still down there. Hugh Jackson is still down there. And you got these brothers that been grinding this whole time that's still down there. So let's not just act like he just left them high and dry and just toe up. Come on, man. Y'all doing too much.
Right.
Cut it out.
And then look, man, the dude that was the head coach for North Carolina Central, that dude done did a heck of a job since he been there, man. A heck of a job, man. Like, they went in and they had a great game plan and they executed. He had his team ready to go. It'll be you telling me he can't get ain't nobody gonna reach out to him.
Oh, and the
ain't
NFL,
nobody gonna reach out to him.
The NFL, Roger Goodell was at the game. Now, without Prime there, you think Roger Goodell gonna be sitting at the game? They ran a combine for HBCUs. Who do you think orchestrated that?
Man, people, our community don't look at that, man. And I ain't saying not all of it, but it's that few, that 25%, you know. Even I was listening, and when they lost the game, it was a lady in the stands, and she was talking about, y'all need to hurry up. I'll come help him pack and move to Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm like, lady, if he wasn't there, you wouldn't even be.
You wouldn't be at the game.
You done had fun for 2 years. You done had fun for 2 years.
And
fun that
you only came to the
never
game.
had like that. Come on, man. The last time they had fun like that was when Sweetness was playing. That was an AC.
T.O.
82.
Hey, the only reason you came to the game originally was for the Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands.
That's
the reason I used to go.
Quiet as kept.
That's the reason.
Like you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Battle
like I'm a Bethune-Cookman fan. I know how it is.
Right. And then you know, and the thing about, I remember Bethune had a coach. He left Bethune and I think he went to Alabama State. Now, I think he went to Alabama State. They gave him more money.
That's the game.
Right. That's the game.
You know, he don't want at Bethune. And Alabama State gave him more money. He left.
Right.
Yo, if you on your job and you do a great job, and another company says, "Hey, man, we like what you're doing over here. We like to have you come over and work for us."
Any industry does that. The food industry, sports industry. I mean, entertainment industry. We see this all the time.
All the time.
People taking pay cuts to go elsewhere. People made more money going elsewhere. It's just, you know, it's about moving around, too. That's what they've been doing for decades.
Especially in the coaching game. If you watch I don't care what level you at, watch the coaches, watch the game. The better they do, the higher level they get to go to.
Higher level they go. Right.
That's the game.
Look, I give you mine. I've been coaching high school football for 12 years. I done been 1, 2, 3. I've been to 4 different programs. Not by choice. And one program I spent 5 years there. So in the last 7 years, I done been to three programs. You know, not by choice now. Not by choice, you know. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right.
And Prime is right. You know, if I'm on a staff, and so I was at one school, and then I left there and went to another school up in Georgia. Well, then the school I was at, they wanted to elevate me. So instead of being an assistant coach, they wanted to make me a coordinator. Cool, I'm coming back to that. You know, well then that situation was over with. Then the next school I went to, I was a coordinator, defensive coordinator. Then the next year I was offensive coordinator. Well, when that coach left, I didn't get promoted to be the head coach. So now I got to go to another program. Now I'm back as an assistant again. So Prime is right, man. Like you either elevate it or you terminate it, but ain't no in between. So when that coach gone, like, you know, if let's say that the AD get another job, another AD come in and he don't like Prime out of there. All his coaches gone too.
Great day. Out of there.
You know, so that's the stuff, man. People not talking about, and I'm hoping I can get do a broadcast this week before Christmas with my former head coach. Just kind of let him get on and talk a little bit about it. But you know, we'll see how that go.
That was up, yeah. That's the one. That's the one that's going to Colorado, right?
To Colorado, yep. So, all right, fellas, y'all got any topics, man? Y'all just want to get off your chest, man? Because we're gonna come back before Christmas. We're gonna come back and do a before Christmas show. That might be our end of the year show. So, the year in review show. Yeah, it might be our, you know, yeah.
Well, we got to get into this R&R session, you know, because we are the vets. And even though we're not in anymore, we still love and need some R&R. And if you a vet, you know what I mean, baby. See, veterans especially, anybody really, but veterans especially, for the sake of your mental health and your mental wealth, you know, get out. You know, I would say get out of state, get out of maybe the country or something like that. But, you know, there probably, depending on where you at, is probably a lot of things to do right around you. You know, in the case of me, I'm in Alabama. You know, but yeah, get out and do a little something, enjoy yourself, just for a moment, forget your troubles, all your worries and everything, and just relax, have some fun, man.
All right, I just put the let me see if I can show it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. Armed Forces Vacation
Club.com.
Got some good deals on there, fellas and ladies.
Real good deals.
Yes, really good.
Yeah.
And look, it is a club. Hey, now you know what? We need to contact them, man, and become part of their affiliation. So 2023, we're gonna be part of their affiliation program. So you'll be able to come on here. You'll be able to get our discount code, and you'll be able to go and become a member in the vacation club at a cheaper price. Okay, but right now you go on there. And then you got to become a member. But go check it out. Just check it out. You ain't even got to pay nothing. Just check it out right now. Wait till the new year. Come back, get our discount code, and then go back on there and buy it.
But standard membership is free. So you only pay for the premium package if you do that. Standard membership is free, and you still get the majority of the benefits of the vacation club.
Right.
But
we talking about 7 days. We ain't talking about, you get 7 days for the price of 1 or 2 days.
Right. And these are resorts, cruises. I mean, wherever you're trying to go, whatever you're trying to do, they got it. R&R, baby.
Yeah. Oh, man, I rented a car on there last week.
Yeah. You see, you rented a car on there too.
I rented the car $20.43 for 4 days. I forgot to tell y'all about that, man. $20. When I got there, they gave me one price, and so then when I got to the rental place, he was like, "Yeah, all yours is $20.43." I said, "That's it." Hey, I put that card down there like it was a black card, boy. You get all of that today. All of it today. They like,
go ahead, upgrade my vehicle now.
They offered me an upgrade, man. They offered me an upgrade, but I said, look, this is an economy trip.
Wow.
This ain't no vacation.
Well, you said it was for 4 days?
Yep, 4 days. Yeah, I rented it that Monday and turned it in that Thursday.
God. See what I'm saying? Y'all get out, man. Get some R&R. Take your baby out. Take the kids, man. Take the dogs. Y'all enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah, go enjoy yourself for sure. For sure. You need that time. You gotta do it. We need to do that more often. Instead of getting on people's radio show talking about somebody that sold out or something crazy.
I know, right? Yeah. Somebody else needs.
Maybe if he took a break, maybe he would be able to get his school squared away. Get your mental wealth squared away there, doctor. Get yourself to open up. Sad, bro. That's sad.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna leave y'all with this last. There might be the last time we show some Prime stuff, but I doubt it. So I got this from Amazon, and so we're waiting on Dr. Umar documentary to come out. But here you go.
But Richard Williams, we got to dominate. It's the only way we're going to get to the next level of anything in life. This is your genesis. This is the beginning. There's your opportunity right now. I love what I'm seeing. You have no idea how proud I am of y'all. Now give me my theme music. He has a very high expectation.
You gotta think positive and you gotta keep pushing.
Giving us the opportunity that we need to be successful. Now you change the game.
For me to get to the next point in my life, be a great human, a great husband, a great man.
You mean more to us than this game. And that's how we've treated all of y'all. Do you believe? Yes, sir. Do you believe? Yes, sir. Do you believe? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach, for giving me this chance.
Hey.
That's it, man. And look, I'm gonna say that I said this last week. I was at Florida Gulf Coast University doing a pitch, and I said this last week in my speech. Visibility is the new currency. If you want to get paid in today's standards, by today's standards, and you want to get paid, you got to be visible. People got to know who you are. They got to know that you are a real person. You know, not saying that you can't get paid other ways, but if you want to get paid and you're an entrepreneur, man, visibility is the new currency.
Right.
You know? And Prime has figured that out, and he running with it because this is what he's doing, and this for another show. What do they call it? Intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what he's doing, and he's killing the game. You know,
I mean, he's been doing it since he walked in that door.
Since he walked through the door, man.
Oh my bad, ran through the door.
Ran through the door.
got his 40 time, ran back to the limousine, went back to the airport, went home.
Went home, man. Went home. You know, so that's you know, that's the take on it, man. And hopefully we the vets can jump on that that wave he don't put out there, that blueprint he don't put out there.
Right.
Our school still ain't open either.
Huh?
School ain't open yet.
I mean, we on the same level as Dr. Johnson. Our school still ain't open either. We ain't promised nobody that. I just want y'all, we ain't promised that, but
we just looking for somebody to do it for free.
Yeah, exactly. Especially those black entrepreneurs, especially those. Please come on in here, brother. Just do me a favor, brother. Get out of here, man.
Hold on. Do me a solid one.
Solid.
Yeah, do me a solid, man. You still doing solid?
They're gonna give you a bird with no feathers.
I know you got a family to feed, but don't worry about that. Do it for the culture.
Stop. That's it, Pat.
All right, look, I'm going back last time, but we'll be back on the next one. www.afvclub.com. That stands for Armed Forces Veterans Club. I mean, Armed Forces Vacation Club.
Yes, sir.
Okay. AFVclub.com. Go check it out.
Beautiful thing.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna leave you with this. God bless you, and we love you.
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what I say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work, work. Ready to go and earn my pay. Hard work, work. Put my boots on and lace them up. Hard work, work. Another day to work. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. Hard work. I earn my pay.